Hello again, everybody. Wayback Sports Cards, and we are here with a rack pack break. I have 3 rack packs of 1984 Topps baseball. You see one of the packs right there in front of you. The 3 cells. Each rack pack has 54 cards in it. So quick math, 162 cards in these 3 packs. And I'm going to open them momentarily. Normally, I would tell you to stay away from Topps rack packs. Many of the years of rack packs are very predictable in how to find certain types of cards. If you've seen my 1987 Topps rack pack break, you'll notice I didn't find any McGuire's or Bonds cards in those rack packs. But with 84, 83, and also 85, I've read that Topps was very random in where the cards are. So with that, we should be able to, or we should not be able to look at any one pack and say we will or will not find a certain card. So these years, 83, 84, 85, are less predictable. So I got these 3 rack packs for a total of about $45 shipped on eBay. So about $15 per rack pack. Which is about $10 less than I would have paid at my local hobby shop that had these for $25 recently. So I got a slightly better deal on eBay, but you can see these packs are not exactly in the best shape. The hanger thing is a little busted, but it is sealed. The cards inside are sealed, and we are looking for a few cards here. The Mattingly rookie is clearly the first and foremost. Darryl Strawberry rookie card. Nolan Ryan card, not a rookie card, but desirable. Tony Gwynn, 2nd year. Wade Boggs, I believe, 2nd year. So, and we should find a lot of Hall of Famers in here. Rod Carew, Carl Justramski, ended their careers. So we're going to get into it. There you see the first card, Storm Davis. And I do want to point out 2 things about 84 Topps. 2 photos in the front, the larger action photo and then the headshot. 83 Topps had a similar, but the photo at the bottom was had a round instead of a square. And 84 Topps is the first year that they had the vertical team names like that. On the back, the classic card stock, multiple shades there, the blue, the red, the white. So it's pretty cool looking back of the card, but it's the standard Topps stats, personal stats at the top, career stats, some minor league. Some blurbs at the bottom. So there you go. That's Storm Davis. And I am now going to get going wholeheartedly into this. Whenever I see purple, I'm going to get a little excited in the hopes it's a Mattingly. That's an Andre Robertson. Charlie Huff recently signed some cards for me through the mail. Kent Tekulve. Dennis Martinez, El Presidente. Author of A Perfect Game. Steve Carlton, the all-time great lefty starter for the Phillies. Dwayne Murphy, Ray Burris, Eric Show. And the action photos are pretty good here. Later on in the late 80s, you'll notice 87, 88, 89, a lot of headshots. The headshots there at the bottom, but a lot of these photos, main photos, are action photos, as you'll see. Von Hayes, Lonnie Smith, Randy Moffett, the Eck, that's a cool card there. He's still with the Red Sox at that point. I believe still a starting pitcher. That's cool. Bruce Benedict, Steve Henderson, wrapping out that cell of the first pack. And the next cell is going to have a Tim Raines in it because we see him right off the top there. And I just need a moment there to free the cards. The Rock, Tim Raines, and it's a little damage there in the front, but still hold on to it. Glenn Hubbard, if you've ever seen his 84 Fleer, I think he's got a snake around his neck. Look that up online, Glenn Hubbard snake. You'll find an awesome baseball card. Jack Morris with the Tigers, the 84 world champion Detroit Tigers. Joe Niekro, his brother Phil. One of the greatest pitching brother duos. Gary Templeton, Milt Wilcox, John Moses, A little off-centered here. It looks like the tops of these cards are a little bit, top bottom is a little off-centered. Pat Sheridan. So not too much happening there. We'll get to the last cell of the first rack pack. And it does feature the All-Star card. There's one All-Star card in every rack pack. It is visible in the front. So ours in this one is Rod Carew. You can see it's glossy. Lance Parrish. Frank Howard, Mets manager at the time. Highlighter Ricky Henderson. Nice. Sixto Lezcano. Looks like there's some airbrushing there at the top with the hat. He must have been on a different team the previous year. Active career leaders. Great card. Tom Seaver. Back with the Mets at this point. Steve Carlton. Steve Rogers. Not Captain America. That's a great card. Another career leader. Rusty Staub. Tony Perez. Al Oliver. Very nice. Julio Cruz. Bob Shirley, another career stolen base leader, Joe Morgan, featured on that one. Awesome right there. So there we go. That's pack one in the books. And what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to open all three. That way we don't have to keep stopping as I open these. So I will do all three cells in this pack. And there we go. We will get started right here. Bob Brenly, the first card. Of course, probably better known as a manager in recent years. Bob Boone, father of Brett Boone, Aaron Boone, also was a manager as well. So two catchers that became managers right off the bat. Ken Forsch, the Powder Blue Royals. Jerry Remy, David Green. Nice card there of the great Hall of Famer, 3,000 hit club, Robin Yount, playing shortstop. Dave LaPointe later became a Yankee. I remember in the late 90s or late 80s, early 90s. Davey Lopes, later became manager, great player with the Dodgers before this. Hal McRae. Checklist. Bob James, I did, no, I may not have sent the cards out to him yet. He is through the mail autograph signer, so I'm going to hold on to that one. Another checklist, so two checklists in a short duration there. Steve Rogers, All-Star, we did see him earlier on one of the career leader cards. Jim Dwyer, Pat Putnam. Batting and pitching leaders for the White Sox. Carlton Fisk there featured. That's a nice card right there. Bucky Dent. Don't say that name in Boston. Speaking of Boston, John McNamara was later the Red Sox manager. I believe manager of the 86 Red Sox. This is 84. He's with the Angels here. Another checklist. Jesus Christ. Followed by Cal Ripken Jr. All-Star card. So there you go. One of the better cards that you can get in this set. Pretty nice. Still a little top to bottom off on the centering, but all right, we'll take it. Followed by the All-Star card in this pack. It is Carl Yastrzemski. So very, very, very late career. This is probably the last year he's featured. Don Money. Great name. Another El Presidente. Dave Stewart there with the Rangers. I love the logo there. The TR on the front there. That's pretty awesome. Don't remember that. Ted Simmons, Long time great catcher. Storm Davis. The knuckleballer, Tom Candiotti. Manny Trio. Bill Stein. Pat Sheridan. Mike Torres. Here we go, Mike Scioscia, another catcher turned manager. And George Hendrick with the Cardinals. So that wraps up pack number 2. And we will go to the third pack here. We're looking for a Mattingly rookie, possibly a Darryl Strawberry rookie card. So hopefully we've got one coming. I will open all 3 cells so we can hit them all in one shot. So here we go. As I move all that out of the way. First card there is Joe Beckwith. Willie Randolph there with the Yankees. Nice card. Tom Tellman. Dave Concepcion there with the Reds. Mike Norris. Nice card there of Paul Molitor, 3,000 Hit Club member, Hall of Famer. Dusty Baker, the great Dusty Baker. This had to be toward the end of his career. We got a Yankee. It is. Oh, it's Dave Winfield. Still not bad. Hall of Famer. Another 3,000 Hit Club member there, I believe. Dave Winfield. There you go. Awesome. It's not the Mattingly, but Dave Winfield's the next best thing there with the Yankees. Or Ricky Henderson, for that matter. Tom Seaver. Base card there. A little roughed up, unfortunately. See the corner there, and the surface is a little weird. Another John McNamara. Gary Lucas. But you can see, even though we found some duplicates, the collation is not really repeating itself per se. We're not getting 3 of the same cards in a row. So there is a bit of randomness to this. The collation in these 3 packs is still pretty good. Another checklist. Alex Trevino. Rick Sweet. Nice name. All right, we're getting down to the last cell of the third pack. Robin Yount is the all-star featured there. We've got a quiz. Dan Quisenberry, 83 highlight. Super underrated closer. Astros manager card. Another Dave Stewart. Chuck Tanner there with the Pirates. You've got a White Sox, Richard Dotson, a Brewer, Tom Candiotti, Expo, Manny Trio. A few more to go here. Expo All-Star, Gary Carter, nice job there. Artie Bystrom, and the last card is career save leader, Bruce Sutter, Tug McGraw, and Gene Garber. So there you have it. That is 1984 Topps. The Gary Carter's a nice one. We've got Tom Seaver a couple of times. Paul Molitor. We did find a Carlton. Carl Justramski. We did get a Cal Ripken, which was very nice. Robin Yount. Joe Morgan, Ricky Henderson, Carew, The Rock, Eck, another Carlton. So we did okay with some of the Hall of Famers of the day, but there you go. Some of the key finds from the 1984 Topps rack packs. We thank you for watching, and we hope you'll stay tuned to our feed. We've got a sports card break every Friday, so please stay tuned for more. And if you like what you see, please subscribe, and we thank you for watching. Have a great day, everyone. So long.